Hey guys, so we started talking about environments, and we read about what are the parts of an environment and how does the environment support the population and communities in the ecosystem. So today we're going to finish up with that, and we're also going to talk about just some more about our environment, and then we're going to talk about when something changes in an environment, what is the result of that. Okay, so let's talk about some events that happen in an environment. Events like hurricanes, fires, and floods can quickly change an environment. Okay, so these are things that are going to change our environment. These changes may cause organisms to perish or move to another area. They may also cause new organisms to move into or grow in an area. For example, when an area floods, many land animals are forced to move. If the flood creates a new habitat, such as a lake, animals like frogs and fish will survive or grow in this area. So a habitat, guys, is an area in an ecosystem in which an organism lives. It's kind of like their home. So think about it as a habitat, think of it as their home, where they live. Okay? So when these events happen, it's going to cause organisms to either perish, and we know that perish means they're going to die or they're going to move to another area. Okay? Look out. Many environmental changes happen naturally, but sometimes organisms cause changes. For example, beavers pile up materials to build dams across streams. The dams block water flow. This causes flooding. Humans also change environments. One change happens when people cut down trees to make room for buildings. Many people know that environmental changes can harm organisms. We should remember to take steps to reduce the negative effects of changes. If trees are cut down in one area, people can plant new trees nearby. Okay, so sometimes organisms cause the change, okay, like animals or humans. Look at the picture below. The picture on the left shows a forest fire. Many plants and animals are destroyed in fires. Now look at the picture on the right. This is a picture of a cone on a jack pine. The cones need heat in order to open. They need the kind of heat that only comes from a fire. Without a fire, this cone would not open. The seeds would not get out. New jack pines would not grow. Can you think of another way the forest fire might help an ecosystem? How might a flood be helpful? So today in one of your questions, I want you to think about those two questions and I want you to answer them. Can you think of other ways that a forest fire might be helpful to an ecosystem, and how might a flood be helpful? So kind of think about those. I know we always think about fires and floods being harmful for ecosystems, but like we just read, sometimes they can help. Career Corner. An ecologist are people who study animals and plants and their environments. So they have to study the environments too. If you go out and study the plants and animals in your backyard or forest, you are an ecologist. Ecologist? Many ecologists work in zoos and nature centers. They also do research work, kind of like what we're doing in writing. An important skill for ecologists is to be watchful and observant of their surroundings. Ecologists carefully observe the environment and record their observations. They watch how organisms interact. They also watch how organisms are affected by environmental changes. If you like being outside and studying plants and animals, a career as an ecologist might be right for you. Ecologist? Try now. Take time to explore how an environment affects plants. So this is something that you could try doing. Okay, this is an activity you're going to do on your own. So I'm going to have a couple questions for you to answer, and then this is the activity. The parts of an environment support organisms. Changes to an environment affect organisms. Read the descriptions of the environmental changes in the chart below. Then read the events that happened as the result of the changes. Match each event with the most likely environmental change. Write the answer on the right side of the chart. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to actually take a picture and put this in there of this page, and then you, on a piece of paper, you're going to draw the box, write the environmental changes, and then write the event next to it. Okay? All right, guys.